everybody, welcome back to It's So Worth It, So Make It. I'm Claudia, and today I'm going to show you another video about how to make a basic dough for a crust. And this is kind of like a short crust, like a pie crust, only it has baking powder in it, so therefore it will rise. And when it's done, it comes out to be somewhere between a crust and a cake. And it's a really great base for all kinds of fruit-filled desserts. So let's get started on this. Here's what you're going to need to make this absolutely delightful crust. Great, now that we have everything assembled in front of us, let's get started on this. And this is a really easy crust to make. It'll take you 5 minutes to measure everything out, 2 minutes to put it in the food processor and get it going, and another 2 minutes to knead it on the board, wrap it up, and you'll be finished. Let me stop talking, let's get started. All right, first thing we're going to do is take our flour and just dump it into our food processor. You can also do all of this by hand. There's no problem at all with that. If you're really old-fashioned and you want to do it that way, I don't have an issue with that. Go ahead and roll it all out on the board. It's fine. And our powdered sugar. And I want to get all the powders in the bowl first and mix that up just a bit before we put the wet ingredients in. All right, so now is the baking powder. And we'll get that out there. There we go. And a pinch of salt. Good. And I'm also putting some lemon zest in here because I just love how it brightens up the flavor of the crust. So we'll put that in there now too. And we'll get this going. Let's put our lid on. Zip away. Okay, that only takes a few seconds to get that pre-mixed up. Now, I don't like to put everything down the chute of my food processor, so I'm going to take that off. And next thing I'm going to add is, actually, I'm going to add the almond extract next, and then our eggs. And the one thing I will put down the chute is the butter, because I want to add that a little bit at a time. And secret ingredient for this short crust, sour cream. Hungarians know how to make pastry. Sour cream, in it goes. All right. Perfect. And now, lid back on. And I'll whiz that up just a little bit, 2 seconds. Good. Now what we're going to do is add our butter, and I'm going to let it run and add the butter a little bit at a time until all my butter is inside, and I'll show you what it's supposed to look like when the butter is fully incorporated. Okay, so we're almost there. I just want to stop for 1 second and show you how it's coming together here, and it looks really good. And unlike a pie crust, we're not putting any ice water in here, and the butter does not need to be icy at all. It just needs to be out of the refrigerator. It's totally fine. It's looking really good. I'm going to let it go for maybe 3 or 4 more seconds, and then we're going to get it out of the bowl and knead it on our board for just a minute. Okay, we're done with the food processor. No problem at all. All right, take it off. Take out the pastry blade. Set that aside here. And we're just going to dump this out onto the board. And no problem. All right. And we're just going to knead this by hand for, I don't know, maybe a minute. We just want to get all of these crumbs incorporated into the main part of the dough. And you'll notice that this is a really nice soft dough. By the time you're done getting it all together, it's going to be smooth and just, oh, luscious looking. And wait until you make things with this basic dough. You are going to be so happy that I showed you how to do this. All right, so we're almost there already. And there's, as you can see, I haven't done hardly any work. I mean, it's really simple dough to put together. And it's much better than going to the grocery store and buying that stuff in the can, the one that you know you have to bang on a countertop to even get it to open. This is so much better. You know what's in this dough. There's not going to be any preservatives because you didn't put anything like that in here. and it's gonna taste so much better. And I need a little bit of flour here because it's just sticking a bit to the surface. There, that's better. Okay, so, okay, perfect. Now, we have perfect little thing of dough. So, the next thing we want to do here is I'm going to cut this in half because it's easier to make discs out of and put in the refrigerator, because before you actually want to use this to make a dessert, you want it to sit in the refrigerator for about 30 minutes to an hour. You can completely do this overnight. You can put it in the refrigerator overnight. That's not a problem. If you want to make it well ahead of time, that's good too. You can put it into the freezer for up to 1 month and it'll still be good. All right, now obviously if you freeze it, you're going to have to get it out of the freezer and let it defrost in the refrigerator until it's rollable. So that could take up to a day. Here we go, we are set to go here, and I've just put a little plastic wrap on this and I've just mushed it down just a little bit. The thinner you go, the quicker it'll cool and it'll be easier to roll out. And right now it is way too sticky to roll out. That's why we need to chill it for about 30 minutes. Okay, one is done. Next one. And who doesn't like to fight with plastic wrap? All right, now our second piece, right in the middle. Cover it up. A little bit easier to cover it, and then you can mush it down some. Here we go. And there you are. You've just made your dough. How long did that take? No time at all. And we're all finished. Now, if you'd like to figure out what the heck I am going to do with this dough, you can click on this link right here, and I will take you to a video where I'm going to make the most beautiful Hungarian cherry pie. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you like what you saw, please subscribe. See you next time.